This is the Titan. It's a submersible vessel, and on June 18th, it was reported missing in the Atlantic with 5 people on board who had set out to view the Titanic shipwreck. 4 days later, it was determined that the vessel imploded and all 5 lives were lost. Here's what we know about how the expedition unfolded. I'm Emmanuel Saliba, a senior reporter with ABC News. It's early Friday morning on June 16th, and the Polar Prince, a Canadian research vessel carrying a submersible called the Titan, departs from Newfoundland in Canada. According to data provided to ABC News by Marine Traffic, a maritime analytics provider, the Polar Prince leaves St. John's Port at 8:44 a.m. Eastern, and it heads out on a mission for the Titan to view the Titanic shipwreck located here, about 400 miles off the coast of Newfoundland. The Titan was designed and built by a company called OceanGate. According to the OceanGate's website, it's 22 feet long and weighs around 21,000 pounds, and it has one porthole window. OceanGate says the Titan was designed to take 5 people down to depths of 13,000 feet into the ocean. The Titanic rests at 12,500 feet. For comparison, that's about 10 stacked Empire State Buildings. Experts say trips to visit the wreck have typically taken about 2 hours to descend, but the total dive, including the descent and the ascent, reportedly takes 8 hours. According to OceanGate's website, the crew will help document the current condition of the Titanic wreck. Saturday, June 17th, Captain Hamish Harding, a British businessman and pilot, announces via Instagram that he's going to be one of the crew members on board the Titan. The other 4 on board are British businessman Shahzada Dawood with his son Suleiman Dawood, French explorer Paul-Henri Nargeolet, a former French Navy diver who has spent more time at the wreckage than any other explorer, and Stockton Rush, the CEO and founder of OceanGate Expeditions, is also part of this mission. According to experts, the Titan was the only deep-diving submersible to carry commercial passengers that wasn't inspected or certified by an industry authority. It's around 4 a.m. Eastern Time on Sunday, June 18th, and the Polar Prince is getting into position. Around 8 a.m., the Titan, with 5 people on board, launches into the water. The U.S. Coast Guard will later confirm in a statement. Harding's company will later share this post saying the launch was successful. Unlike a submarine, submersibles require the support of a ship to launch and recover them. It's 9:45 a.m., about 1 hour and 45 minutes into the expedition, and the Polar Prince loses all communication with the Titan. The Polar Prince conducts an initial search, the U.S. Coast Guard will later say in a press conference. The Titan has no GPS on board, and it's estimated they have a 96-hour supply of oxygen. 8 hours go by before the U.S. Coast Guard receives the first alert from the Polar Prince at 5:40 p.m. Eastern Time. According to the U.S. Coast Guard, the vessel was due to surface at 3 p.m. 9:13 p.m., the Canadian Coast Guard is also alerted that the Titan is missing. Monday, June 19th, the Polar Prince, Canadian Coast Guard, and U.S. Coast Guard have been conducting surface searches as they wait for more resources to arrive. The U.S. Coast Guard says this about the ongoing mission.
We need to make sure that we're looking both on the surface, but we're also having to search in the water column. And we're doing that right now with the use of sonar buoys and sonar on the ship that's out there.
It's Tuesday, June 20th. Multiple aircrafts have been busy overnight flying over an area roughly the size of Connecticut, the Coast Guard will later share. It's 7 a.m., and the research vessel Deep Energy arrives on scene. They begin using remotely operated vehicles to search underwater. Later that day, the U.S. Coast Guard says they are working with the U.S. Navy, Canadian Coast Guard, and OceanGate to search for the missing Titan. The U.S. Coast Guard tells Good Morning America this about the ongoing efforts.
This is a complex case, and the Coast Guard doesn't have all the resources to be able to effect this kind of rescue, although this is an area that's within our search zone.
It's around 1 p.m., and the Coast Guard holds a press conference to update on the search and rescue operations.
We know there's about 40 hours of breathable air left based on that initial report. Again, that was just the initial report based on 96 hours.
It's Wednesday, June 21st. It's been 3 days since the Titan was reported missing. Around 12 a.m. Eastern, the U.S. Coast Guard tweets this. One of Canada's search planes says they've detected underwater noises in the search area. The U.S. Coast Guard says this about the noises.
The noises have been described as banging noises, but again, they have to put the whole picture together in context, and they have to eliminate potential man-made sources other than the Titan.
The data is sent to Navy experts to analyze. Thursday, June 22nd. It's been 4 days since the Titan was reported missing. At 11:48 a.m., the Coast Guard announces via Twitter that a debris field was found within the search area near the Titanic. 3 p.m. Eastern, OceanGate releases a statement saying they believe all 5 passengers of the Titan are dead. They add that these men were true explorers who shared a distinct spirit of adventure and a deep passion for exploring and protecting the world's oceans. The Coast Guard explains their findings.
In an area that was approximately 1,600 feet from the wreck of the Titanic, the debris is consistent with the catastrophic loss of the pressure chamber.
Sunday, June 25th. The U.S. Coast Guard says it will lead the investigation into the loss of the Titan, and the NTSB will join that investigation. Using the same kind of rover that found the debris, they will survey and map the pieces, looking for clues as to what went wrong.
My primary goal is to prevent a similar occurrence by making the necessary recommendations to enhance the safety of the maritime domain worldwide.
Experts say the focus of the investigation will be on the carbon fiber construction.
Hi everyone, George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.